Let's see. I've just sent Tanvi an invite. Hi, Tanvi. How are you?
Hi, very well. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know if you saw me struggling with my technology. This is when I really need the kids to help. And honestly, it's a great way to actually begin our impromptu interactive chat about the Museum of Solutions, because as a young mother, I really feel our kids often have the solutions. And I'm amazed every day. Like literally right now, I was very close to yelling out for one of them to come and help me, because they get it and they're really so quick. So to start, tell us a little bit about how the concept of the Museum for Solutions came about, and just tell us a little bit about what it's going to be and what it is.
Okay, so just to start, the Museum of Solutions is an upcoming children's museum in Mumbai, what you mentioned in your introduction. We're looking to open towards the end of next year when the world goes back to normal and we're all happy to go out and learn. The whole concept really came with the fact that children want to do so much more. They want to learn so much. There are very places that we can really take them to where they can explore, learn, and have fun at the same time.
Absolutely.
My children were growing up around the same time when we were kind of conceptualizing the museum. And whenever we traveled, we find that a lot of these children's museums in any town, whether it's a small town or a big city. And I was like, why doesn't Bombay have more of this?
Yeah.
We do have the Neuroscience Center, and we do have the Children's Museum and CSMPS, but we are a very large population, so that's not enough for our kids.
Absolutely.
So that really was the reason why we decided to open a children's museum.
Yeah.
And we wanted it to be extremely interactive and hands-on, so children can really learn and have fun at the same time. Schools can leverage it. Schools can go coming up with field trips. So that really, in a nutshell, is what brought us to building children's museum. Also, when we started thinking of, what should this museum be about? What should it really teach children about?
Yeah.
So that's when we said that, because we're not artifact-driven or object-driven,
Yeah.
We wanted to focus on something that could really help children make a change.
Right.
Because we really truly believe that children can be huge influencers in their adults' lives as well as in their communities, right?
Absolutely.
When children say something, they say it with so much conviction and so much innocence that an adult just listens to a child.
Absolutely.
So we said if we can start changing behaviors in children, if we can start changing mindsets at a very young age, children will grow up to be a lot more conscious decision makers in the future.
Absolutely.
Because in today's world with consumerism, growing at the rate that it is, children want to buy a new toy every 2 months. Every time it comes out, they want to change their toothbrush when they find a toothbrush. And that's also not their fault, because they don't really know the backstory behind how a toothbrush was made or how this toy was made, and also what will happen to it when I throw it away.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is how do we really sensitize children at a really young age to understand these processes and develop into more conscious decision makers. So all our exhibits in the Museum of Solutions is going to be based on the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
Yeah.
So we actually found that the SDGs were really well, they've taken all the problems of the world and kind of put it into buckets.
Yeah.
So we kind of said, okay, how can we concentrate on a few of them and really teach children about that in a really fun, interactive, gamification way. So not that a child will come in and will be seeing a documentary. That's something that will not happen.
Yeah.
It's how do we kind of get them to solve a mystery where they are actually learning about the different issues, but they're solving a mystery at the same time.
Yeah.
So that in a nutshell is what the Museum of Solutions is going to be about. Super, super excited about it.
That sounds fantastic. It sounds amazing. And, we're also live on YouTube and Facebook, and the audience on YouTube and Facebook can't see you. So there'll be an edited version that will go onto YouTube and Facebook, but just so that they know that I'm talking to someone and it's not just in the air there. That's my home setup. So anyway, so they are also able to hear you, and they're also sending in questions. Hi Navya. Hi everyone on Facebook and YouTube too. Hi Harish. Hi Mehul. So it's a fantastic concept, Tanvi, and as I was mentioning you, it's coincidental because our older son Zen and many people who are here on Instagram have seen a live that I actually did with him and his friend Rohan. They actually were in their school, in their class, they were doing a project on the Sustainable Development Goals, and kids had to choose one SDG and really deep dive into it and see what they could do to actually bring about positive change and tangible change. And Zen and his friend chose quality education. And in fact, they spoke with Shaheen, who, of course, you work closely with, and Miss Nita Rao, who's on your advisory board, is of course part of the school. So I was amazed, I have to say, by all the kids and how much they did, and the range, diversity, and the interest that they had in doing something like that. They got so into it. I think Zen, they had their own YouTube channel, which you guys can check out. It's Zen Sharma Saluja. Initially, we were a bit nervous of doing that, of letting him, but on their own, they went out, interviewed, found out. And, it made me realize, without being too cliched, that this kind of learning where you're actually able to bring about positive change at a young age and you're exposed to these things and you're given a chance is just so fantastic. And whereas we, of course, grew up with more rote learning and mugging, and I was grateful because I went to UWC in Italy and I did my IB. So I did have, at some level, I think even when I talk about my show being about bringing about positive change, I think the seeds were sowed, frankly, from that experience where we were always told that you can make a difference, you must speak up, you must make a difference. So now coming to the actual, the actual missions that you guys are putting together. As you said, they're also going to be fun because, of course, let's face it, kids don't, they're now also at an age where they're exposed to so much fun stuff that you have to really catch their interest. So tell us a little bit about how you intend to do that, and why would they choose coming to the museum as opposed to, I don't know, playing a video game?
So two things. I think once, so right now, while the museum is under construction, we just launched our digital platform.
Yeah.
It's called the Muso-D.
Okay.
And on this platform, what we've done is we've created 6 missions.
Right.
We're still very much in beta and testing phase. So the more people can sign up for it and the more feedback we can get, the better product we can eventually create.
Yeah.
But each of these missions are on very different topics.
Right.
And the way the missions run is that each mission has a child kind of mentoring you and giving instruction.
Right.
So it's not a live session. You kind of can do it at your own pace.
Yeah.
And the activity is something that you do off screen. So it's 30% on screen with 70% off screen. We did that because we kept in mind screen fatigue, and in the last year of lockdown, there's been so much going on with the screen, so we wanted to limit screen time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we use the screen as a facilitator. So all our missions are on very diverse topics. And what it does, it allows children to start asking thought-provoking questions. It starts getting kids to understand about certain topics. So
Yeah.
For example, one of our missions is called the Clothing Conundrum,
Right.
where children really learn about, how are clothes made?
Yeah.
Where does the cotton come from? What is nylon made out of? Okay, when we have those labels on our clothing, how do we really create labels to inform people about the sustainability of that piece of clothing?
Right.
Then there's an activity in that same mission where we teach kids on how they can upcycle the piece of clothing as well.
Right.
So that's one of the topics. Another one that we have is called Spaced Out, which is about space exploration. Right now, with NASA kind of landing on Mars and sending their rovers to Mars, there's so much talk about, building life on a new planet.
Yeah.
This might be really interesting to kids.
Right.
And some of the activities there are, for example, our planet Earth has a set of rules.
Yeah.
The moon has a set of rules. So it's about, can you set a set of rules for a new planet that's going to come up? If you had to design a habitat that you could live in a new planet, what would that be? So this mission is slightly different. It's more imaginative. It's slightly more for younger kids as well.
Right.
But again, while they are doing these fun activities, they're also learning about what NASA is doing, or they're learning about different space rules. One of my favorite missions is the one called Fake versus Fact.
Right.
Because that's where children learn how to differentiate between fake news and factual news.
Yeah.
And that's something that is so relevant today because with WhatsApp and there's so
Absolutely.
many forwards that keep going around that create panic. How do we really get kids at a young age? How can like how do I differentiate between the two?
Absolutely.
Over here, the really fun activity kids do is they have to create a newspaper
Yeah.
on their own, and then they have to go test it out with their family members to see if the family members can tell which is fake news and which is factual news.
Yeah.
So kind of getting them to become reporters as well.
That's
Similar to
amazing.
that, we have a few other missions. So we have 6 missions in total.
Yeah.
And right now, because we're off platform, once you sign up, and the link is in bio, once you sign up for the missions, you get a payment link on your email. The missions are about 149 rupees per mission.
Yeah.
And then you will subsequently get the links to the mission, and you can do it at your own pace, at your own time. And the more feedback we get, the better it is for us. And they're really fun, simple activities that are really allowing kids to go deeper into topics that they care about.
That's amazing. And honestly, as I said, I think anything that's interactive and allows them to lead is really, really a special thing. So that really sounds fabulous. While I honestly pre-told Tanvi that we get all sorts of comments, I've been seeing some really interesting questions coming in, and I've also been seeing many requests for us to speak a little bit in Hindi. So I just have a funny question to ask because, as you know, sometimes we do English, sometimes we do Hindi. But the primary language, is it going to be English, or is it going to be for the museum and for these missions and stuff? Is there an option of doing it also in Hindi, or is it primarily in English?
So right now, because we're in testing phase, the missions are in English. But for the physical museum, we are bilingual space.
Right.
Everything will be in Hindi and English.
Okay,
in
that's
the physical space. Right now, for the digital, it is primarily in English. But depending on the response we get, we are kind of looking at doing bilingual.
That's fabulous. That's amazing. So, guys, I hope you're all going to check it out because the Museum of Solutions for Children in Bombay is going to open only next year when we're all physically able to go and do stuff safely and freely, which hopefully will be soon, touch wood. Yeah, till then, the digital platform is up and running. So it's the link is in the bio. So do check out Museum of Solutions, and you'll be able to see the link and do try it out with the kids. I have to say, if I hadn't have experienced Zen and his class doing this whole project on SDGs and seeing their genuine interest, I may not have understood the whole concept as much. But I've truly seen things like climate change, things like plastic pollution, quality education, conserving water. All these kind of things are really top of mind for kids, and at the risk of being very idealistic, I believe they really get it, and I often feel it's adults who need to kind of be shown the way. Personally, I got quite involved in trying to save our coast, and while I'm totally not controversial at all, I do feel deep down within me, I wasn't able to keep quiet because within me, I do have that need to bring about change and speak up and honestly ask questions which are sometimes difficult to authority and try and understand why a road, and I'm saying this, the coastal road disturbed me greatly because it's a road that about 1% of the rich population of South Bombay will use, and it's destroying, it's reclaiming 120 hectares when the road needs 20, and these things really bothered me. As a young parent, I was like, what is happening and why aren't more people asking? And frankly, as much as I adore my friends and everyone said, Taru, don't even bother, there's no point, nothing can happen. And we initiated a meeting in our building, and it was just a meeting for questions to be answered, just transparency. And I can't tell you, there were like 500 people, from fisher folk to top environmentalists to regular lay people and residents, to politicians, just asking the questions like, what are you guys doing? Climate change is real, sea levels are rising, we're destroying our city, and for what? So that you can get faster from point A to B. So frankly, these things deeply disturb me. And when I see our children, and of course I keep saying, look, I'm not some hardcore activist, I don't want to, I retract. Like now, frankly, I've accepted it because after the Supreme Court stopped it, the High Court stopped it, it still carries on. So I've kind of accepted it. And I hope there are open spaces and positive things also. But what I really, why I brought it up is because when the kids have done various projects, even our younger son, as young as 9, had to do something in drama and pretend to be another object. He chose to be a fish, and he wrote the most moving poem about why are you destroying our home? And it really brought tears to my eyes, but it made me realize that we have to speak up now more than ever. SDGs are not just a fun thing to talk about in class. These are things that are going to make a difference. And, I'm saying this passionately because this wasn't part of what I planned to say, but I feel that, we always have a tendency to think that there are bigger, older, more intelligent, more educated, more experienced people who'll make the change, who'll do the thing. I sat back for a long time watching this happen, and I kept saying to my husband, it's disturbing me. What's going to happen? We don't know. We don't know. Are they going to destroy the bay? Are they going to destroy the coast? And he just said to me, but why don't you get involved? Why don't you ask? Why are you expecting someone else to do it? And I think that's what's wonderful about your museum, because it gives kids the confidence to know that everybody can make a difference. You don't have to wait for your senior, somebody, and I sometimes feel like I kept telling myself, but I'm nobody. I know nothing. I'm not an expert. I'm just a young mother. I don't have those qualifications. But when I saw a movement come together, I realized it takes very little to actually bring about positive change. And of course, you have to do it in a way that you're comfortable with. Not everyone wants to be like doing morchas and all. I wasn't like that. But I love that this will give kids
and
that.
It's also creating personal awareness, right? Understanding what bothers you, why does it bother you, okay, getting deeper into the topic. Like, for example, the coastal road is such a good example. If there are so many people who say that the coastal road should be there or it shouldn't be there, they really understand the impact. Have they really gone deep enough before taking one side or the other?
Absolutely. And I think people need to be more aware. We're no longer, when we were kids, at some level, we could kind of turn a blind eye. But now we're actually at a point where they say, like, we have 30 years or less before, like, the city may sink, So, and we're seeing it every year. We're witnessing climate change being more and more ferocious. We're witnessing the monsoons getting more aggressive. The flooding is considerably worse than when we were kids. So now more than ever, and I feel so bad because this is what we've given the kids. And the reality is that they get it. And they should be damn pissed off, frankly, because it's the older generation that has left this in this way, and it's up to us, I feel, to inform people. And I keep saying,
also it's very important for children to be aware and learn about these things because they need to make different decisions than we did. Right?
Absolutely,
they're going to have a very different future than we did.
Right.
So how do we really prepare them for a future that does not exist today? So like that's a huge question that we've been constantly asking as well. Like we don't know what 20 years from today is going to be. Right?
Look at us now.
What could have predicted that right now?
Could any of them?
This pandemic, this world shutting down. No one could have in their wildest dreams predicted something like this.
Absolutely.
And just the fact that we are in the situation we are today really brings back and says, there's so much our kids need to be educated and sensitized about. And also giving them the right opportunity to choose correctly. Because while there are a lot of these really good initiatives that are coming up that are allowing kids to create awareness, there's also a lot of junk that's there. Right?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of kind of video games, and there's like Minecraft and those kind of things as well. The ideal situation will be if we could merge both of those and kind of have everything for a purpose. But I guess that's also not possible. So how do we really create enough opportunities so that children have an array of things to choose from, and also how do we make it fun for them?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't want them to be obsessed with just watching documentaries and get sad. So that's something someone also told me, that if we talk too much negativity to a child, a child will be like, there's no hope left, why should I change anything? Let me destroy it further. The world is going to end eventually. So the idea is, how do we give children that ray of hope? How do we give children that, yes, you can make a difference and you have an opportunity to do something?
Absolutely.
So that's really through the Museum of Solutions, through User D. We really want to just create a platform that listens to children, that allows children to talk, that gives them a safe space to express their views, their ideas.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very valid point because one has a tendency to think, like I said, that you can't actually bring about change and you don't want to just let it be about talking. It has to actually go into something tangible. So I think it's fantastic. And I think anyone who has any questions, do send them in, and also do check out their missions. And also, I have to admit, I don't think everything for kids has to be purpose driven. I think it's fine for them to also have some fun. And like
Of
I mean,
course.
like you said, this pandemic in itself has been such a shocker. None of us would have ever imagined it. I've been saying throughout that we have so much to learn from all our kids because they've just adapted and been so resilient. And frankly, I feel adults have complained a lot more. I think in our home, we've all tried to strike that balance between physical playing and
Yeah.
doing stuff and online, but it's been a strange time. And these kids are going to grow up way more adaptable, I think, perhaps than all of us because they've already experienced something so different. But it's also, at some level, unfortunately, made them more aware that at a much younger age they have to start making a difference. And just one other thing I'd like to say that, I always say when we talk about making a difference, it doesn't have to be in a controversial way, because I feel like sometimes with the SDGs, there's a tendency to think that, like, there's a divide. If you're an environmentalist or if you're a NGO person, then you're opposite to
Yes.
you know sort of capitalist, the whole left right whatever, but actually the whole point is there has to be a marriage of the two, right? So even when it came to the coastal road, I was never against development. I think there has to be development, but it's about sustainable, responsible development,
I
right?
agree.
So similarly, when it comes to, without being cliched, the jhola carrying NGO worker, and you of course have done amazing stuff with Teach for India, being a fellow and working with Akanksha and doing such wonderful work. Now, I'll be honest, the stereotype was anyone who's in the NGO space is not pro development and all that. Like there's that kind of thing, which is so not true. It's actually a
Yes, I
marriage of the
agree.
two, and the kind of people you've got coming out of Teach for India. I think Zen interviewed
Yes.
some kids who went abroad to study on scholarships. In fact, I think went to UWC where I went in Italy as well,
Yeah.
straight from. So it's incredible to see that's real, bringing about positive change, which
Correct.
you're witnessing and you've been a part of it. So I feel also I was very happy to do this because I know Tanvi comes with that background as well, because a lot of these things one can talk, but it's also about walking the talk, And I'll be honest, like my 2 years now of getting so upset by the coastal road and all, I feel so, without sounding weird, I feel so proud of myself that I got involved because deep down I'm like, I know I have a leg to stand on when I speak up because I wasn't armchair talking. I actually
Yeah.
moved on it. And I kind of hope that somewhere my kids saw that and they felt, okay, mama did something. She tried to find out, okay, it didn't work,
Yeah.
but you tried and you don't always succeed, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean you stop trying, right? So I think it's
Yeah.
incredible that you're doing this and bringing it
Thank you
to
so
so
much.
many kids. And please, everyone, check it out. Thanks so much, Tanvi. We
Thank
have
you so much.
thanks, lots of lovely comments. I saw a couple saying, Tanvi, this sounds like a great thing. Then, of course, we've got various good afternoons and all that. And where are you guys? We are in Bombay, in Mumbai. Do check out the. Okay, let me see. It's difficult to scroll. I love your show. Thank you, guys. And what is that? Um, will One sec. I saw something specific about the museum which I was trying to find. Uh, Tanvi, you are looking very beautiful. Can I have your number? That's part of social media. I find it amazing. It's too good. The fact that we can sit here in lockdown and be able to talk to people all over the world. It's quite incredible. Okay, so lots and lots of I'm a big fan. Looking forward to the museum opening. This is really a wonderful concept. So yeah, so I will, because once we put it on IGTV, we will lose the comments. So just to say that thank you all so much. And if you have any questions or comments, please follow Museum of Solutions. This is great stuff. Thank you. This is thank you, Ananda Outreach, for saying that. And both are so much beautiful. John says thank you. Okay, so anyway, so there's lots of great stuff and people are looking forward. And thank you so much, Tanvi, and lots of good luck.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
See you.
Thanks. Bye. So that was Tanvi from the Museum of Solutions, which sounds really incredible. And now, as always, I'll go live with two more people. And मैं ये भी कहूँगी कि मैं हिंदी में कह रही हूँ कि बॉम्बे में एक म्यूजियम होगा बच्चों के लिए, the Museum of Solutions, which will be based on the Sustainable Development Goals, the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And it's going to be a really, really wonderful platform where children can really, really get involved in bringing about positive change. As a product of the United World College of the Adriatic and of LSC and of BIS, I think bringing about positive change is intrinsic to me. It's part of my show, the Tara Sharma Show, and part of pretty much anything I do. And whenever I feel like, oh gosh, a lot of my classmates from UWC are like, honestly, leading nations and things, and I think, what am I doing? I'm nothing in comparison. I realize that every chat we have, everything we do is in some way connected to that, to make the world a better place. So on that note, let's go live with just two more people very briefly. Let's see who we can go live with. And tell me what you guys think you can do to help bring about positive change. We don't have to, I'm not a martyr that goes around always doing good deeds and good things. I'm also a bit crazy, as you know. But I think intrinsically we have to speak up if we think something's wrong, and we have to actually voice what we feel and don't wait for someone else to do it. Hi, Smarty. We are fine. Touchwood. Thank you. Kunal, let's see if we can go live with Kunal. As you know, I go live with 3 people every Saturday, known live with Tara. So let's see who we're going live with now. Hi, how are you, Kunal?
Hi, fine. You?
We are fine, Touchwood. Thank you. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
And how is the situation there? How is the COVID situation there now?
यहाँ कोरोना एकदम सेफ है मैम.
एकदम सेफ, पर बाहर जाके आप मास्क तो पहनते हैं ना? मास्क पहनते रहना बाहर.
थोड़ा सेफ. जी मैम, हम साथ में रखते हैं मास्क.
वेरी गुड. बाहर जाएंगे तो मास्क पहनना, सेफ रहना. वैक्सीन लिया?
जी मैम, फर्स्ट डोज लिया है मैंने.
फर्स्ट डोज, मैंने भी फर्स्ट डोज लिया. वेरी गुड. सो मैं आशा करती हूँ कि हम सब ठीक रहेंगे, टचवुड, और ये कोरोना भाग जाएंगे.
So beautiful.
Thank you for joining. Bye.
मैं सेल्फी ले सकता हूँ?
हाँ, ठीक है. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. So that was Kunal from Ahmedabad. Hi, Salim. Thank you, Salim. This is Rupak's office space, his study space, which he allows me to have. And SV Tech. Oh, and my mom, Sue Sharma. Mama, lovely to see you here on YouTube. So this video will be edited, and we have Tanvi on Instagram. And as you know, she was talking about the Museum for Solutions. So thank you, Mama. I'm going to put up the video on YouTube so that you can see it here as well. Bye. Bye, Kunal. You can click on the cross now. Bye. So cool. My mom has become tech savvy, and she's watching the live. Bye, Kunal. You can go now. Bye. Sorry, I don't mean that badly, but here, this is all happening live on Instagram. This is what I'm showing people, that's why it's live on 2 channels. Okay, bye. Bye, Kunal. आप cross पे press करना.
नहीं हो रहा सर.
ओहो, ठीक है. मैं एक और live करती हूँ. 1 minute, हाँ. Thank you. Mr. Fauji. Let's see if we can go live with Mr. Fauji as well. And hi, SV Tech. Hi, Rushikesh. Hi, Vivek. Hi, Navya. Hi, everyone on YouTube. Hi, everyone on Facebook. And on Facebook, hi, Harish. Hi, Mehul. And let's see. They are not. I don't know what's happening. Poor Kunal is not able to leave the live, so maybe I should just end it now. Otherwise, we might be stuck on this. Hi, Hemant. Hi, VIP. Hi, Thakur. Hi. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. And okay. Going live with one more person because I go live with 3 people every Saturday noon live and randomly selected 3 people. Let's see if this works. Okay, lots of questions. Sorry, I didn't see all the questions. Lots and lots of questions as well. Follow Tara. Hi, Santosh. Thank you, Bipin. Yes, the Museum of Solutions is going to open next year. It's being put together now. It's going to be in Lower Parel in Bombay. Hi, how are you? Hi. Lots of love from London. Hi, Priya. Thank you for dialing in from London. We were supposed to be coming, but we decided we wouldn't go through the 10-day quarantine. We'll wait till that stops and things are better everywhere, touch wood. Hi, how are you? I went riding again after so long, which was amazing. Horse riding felt so liberating. And I realized much as we all want to travel far and wide and abroad and all that, it's better to wait till things are safe everywhere and do small, shorter trips nearby. And also, in a weird way, just doing little things that you really enjoy and things opening a little bit after lockdown is in itself so exciting. So it's almost like going on little trips by doing that. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Where are you calling from? We are fine, Touchwood. Thank you. Where are you calling from? आप कहाँ पे है?
Wait, I am screenshot लेने जा रहा हूँ.
अच्छा.
मैं screenshot लेने जा रहा हूँ.
ठीक है, ले लीजिए. Thank you.
Wait. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you for joining. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining. Have a super day. Tara, tara, tara. Today, can you discuss the topic of depression? Bhavesh says, Bhavesh, we actually did a live with Dr. Zirak Marker on mental health. Please check it out and please send in any questions. I think if you're, please talk to somebody if you're feeling low. If it's something that you feel your friends and your family can't help you with, then please consult a professional. Dr. Zirak Marker, his handle is on the chat we did. There's Dr. Sonali Gupta as well. There's Arpan that has a free helpline number. You can Google and find that where you can talk. There are a lot of avenues now to share and get help if you're dealing with depression. And I really hope you feel better soon. Hi, Aarti. You're looking very nice and I like your voice. Thanks, Rajesh. And a very happy Father's Day to all the daddies tomorrow. Happy Father's Day to Rupak, our kid's daddy. He's the best daddy to our kids, as I'm sure you all are to yours. And happy Father's Day to my daddy, who is in heaven. But I always believe he's with us in our hearts, and loved ones are always with us. Thank you for being the bestest daddy to me, daddy. Okay, guys, on that note, Tara Sharma. See you guys. Ta-ra, ta-ra, ta-ra. Bye.